what's going on YouTube? Adam C here. Thanks for watching. New video today on another topic I get asked about a lot, specifically because I keep multiple species in a single tank that I attempt to breed fish in, and that's my 300 gallon. A lot of people always ask, aren't you worried about hybridization? Aren't you worried about crossbreeding? And the answer to that is yes, sort of. A lot of times you can plan that out of happening. What I mean by that is, if you put two different types of buccochromis, males and females, in the same tank, or two different types of tyrannochromis in the same tank, they're really similar enough to where, yeah, they may hybridize. They might crossbreed and give you problems. But normally, if you go with fish that are on the completely different end of the spectrum, though the risk is still there, it's not as prevalent. So check out what I noticed last night, which was really awesome. So obviously I was really happy with that. It's the first time the Niger venter began spawning in my tank. For you people that breed fish out there, it's really exciting the first time any of your fish start producing for you. So I was in a great mood, sat there and watched it for a while, and maybe 15 minutes later I was really disappointed, and here's why. Well, you could see the first cicada was clearly being jealous about the Niger venter breeding going on. I was hoping that when I got home today that one of the Niger venter female would be holding. I still wouldn't know for sure which male followed through on it, but worst case scenario, I could have held the fry a bit to just make sure that they were indeed pure Niger venter. Or if I had them and they were at an inch and I started noticing that they were clearly a hybrid. Some people don't like this, but those can be used as a really clean and healthy feeder fish for some of your larger predator fish. But unfortunately, they were not holding anything. So what most likely happened is, that first cicada decided to throw his weight around for the first time ever. You can see the pictures here on the side of him last night and how fired up he was. I think he was just so overwhelmingly large in size compared to the Niger venter that the Niger venter backed off and there was no breeding at all. So whether the first cicada is actually at risk for actual hybridization isn't even really the point. But if he's going to be a nuisance like that to the other fish, even if he doesn't actually hybridize, he's going to distract the other fish enough where they're just going to not breed because he stresses them out too badly. So unfortunately, even though the first cicada is one of my favorite fish I've ever had, really big fish, which you don't see very often at all, unfortunately, probably the next time you see this tank, he's going to be gone. I can't have him in here all the time, being disruptive like that. So that's really disappointing. The good news is I do have a local friend who is going to either trade or buy him most likely. She has a very large tank as well, and she already has 17 first cicada in that tank. So not only will he go to a large enough tank, but he'll actually go to a colony, which these fish are really more apt to succeed in a colony like that. So it'll be a happy ending for him. A bit disappointing for me, but that's the way it goes. So for anyone out there like me that tries to pull off breeding multiple species in the same tank, you really have to take a lot of care to be sure that any fish that you're providing to anyone outside your house, that they are 100% pure. So in tanks like this, anytime there's a spawn, I usually hold on to the fry until at least about 2 inch where I can clearly see if they're hybridized or not. If they've been crossbred, it's usually pretty easy to notice. So we'll learn from that, move forward, and hopefully once I take him out of the tank, the Niger venter will refocus. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, by all means, put them in there. Talk to you next time.